Hello and welcome to the Flory Models Friday Roundup show. Here we are with you on the 21st of April 2023. Really busy week this week. I've been pushing on a lot with this little lady. Look, it all works. I must admit, I have absolutely loved this. This is the Meng 1/35th scale DR9 or D9R version. And again, it is absolutely mega. And what I love about this thing is it's workable. You know, everything moves on this. So obviously got the ripper blade doing its bits and pieces, and it's all, you know, and again, hopefully the front blade will as well. But it is a lot of fun. I'm having so much fun building this. The engineering of this kit, I think, is testament as well, because a lot of it is you sort of position it together, then add glue. Can't go wrong with that one. But no, have been a lot of fun, and we'll obviously have a proper look at that in a little minute. Anyway, big things this week. So a lot of live stuff. Obviously, if you're a non-Flory Models member, you'll know that obviously this week we've done 2 shows that have been live out to the actual internet, which is something I haven't done for a long time as well, whereby by having comments on there. First comment you get, you give bad advice. Brilliant. Then you wonder why, you know, yes, it is that. So anyway, we do have comments available now, and obviously we are doing a lot of live shows over. So, you know, I know we did a lot during COVID. That was a little bit of a thing to keep everybody's sanity and our own, to be honest, and things like that. But we are sort of doing them again. So there will be definitely 2 a week going up there, probably Tuesday and Thursday, and then obviously every probably once or twice a month on a Saturday as well. We'll be doing Saturday specials as well. So we've got lots of stuff to keep everyone entertained throughout the summer months. It tends to get a little bit more quieter in the summer months, so I was hoping that obviously we do a little bit more live stuff. So that was the plan for that. So you'll see a lot about that happened this week. Anyway, it did all start on Monday. We started with part 2. This part build went up for members to have a look at. And really for this one, we're working on the cab. So it was getting the cab all together, going through the motions of getting it in there, working out how we do the glass and things like that, because obviously we need to paint it both sides. And then obviously getting it all together, getting the light grey on the inside. Then we sort of gone with a buffy colour on the internals, and then picking out all the details, dry brushing, so forth and so on, as you might imagine, down in there to get the first stage of the weathering in with that one. So that one's gone on very nice. Members, you can go off and you can see that right now. That is up with you if you want to have a look at that. That's just part 2. On Tuesday, it was me. The reason you have me and not the actual normal sort of Phil and Matt show is purely because Matt was off. He was busy in the afternoon, so I took over the rails and came along and just went through. So we were live. We had the chat on and everything like that with you guys. Thank you much for all your questions. We had a good look round in here somewhere. There we go. Your great work as well. So we were going around some of the group builds and SIGs as we saw those. You can see there's a nice snooker there as well. And again, having generally a good look around the forum and catching up as we usually do on Tuesdays with the podcast shows. All right. So again, that's just me. If you want to have a look there, I was obviously talking about a few things in there that you might find interesting, members, as well. All right. Then over to Wednesday. And this was obviously the first of our show. So what we tried to do is on Wednesday, we just sort of rolled the entire PM show and the Flory Models live show into one. There wasn't a lot gone on the PM store, if we're honest, this week. We haven't had much new in or anything else like that. So I thought, well, look, you know, we can just sort of roll it on with one, and perhaps we can be a little bit more interesting and things like that. Just to say, everybody, as I've got it there, it just reminded me, we're closing the pre-order for Rubicon models tomorrow. So we're going to get the order in on Monday. So please, if you are thinking about one of those, you want to take up us on any offers and things like that. And yes, you will need Rebel will contact you to put them together, because it's ABS plastic on them and not your normal sort of, you know, Tamiya extra thin won't touch it. But anyway, that was our show. We were going through and just generally having a bit of a chat with you, all you guys. The show is about an hour and a half, 90 minutes. They do tend to be this way. And obviously it's something we are planning on doing for the future now as well. And then we might have the odd dog pop in as well, because clearly I have mine in as well. All right. So there we go. If you want to catch up with that one, that's new. You can watch it. It's free to watch. Anybody can watch it, and you can have a look at those right now. Then obviously yesterday, we did another live show in the afternoon for 90 minutes as well. Matt was doing some demoing as well, so we did some spray painting and stuff. To be honest, I just chatted. I didn't have much to do. He sort of threw me a curveball by doing these, and I was a bit like, I don't think I've got anything here. So but anyway, I am catching up and getting on with it all now. But anyway, Matt showed us a bit about painting. We did a live unboxing. I had a delivery in, and we were talking about those as well, and all different things. So if you want to have a look at that one, our new format of shows and stuff, as I said before, it's free to watch. Anybody can watch these shows. They're up on YouTube, they're up on social media, and obviously they are on the Flory Models site as well if you want to have a look at any of the videos that we've got up at the moment. Again, it's a new format that we're trying. I have spoken to the membership about it, and we will go from there. But anyway, we'll speak about that in a moment. And then brand new up with you today, we've got part 3 of the main dozer. So down in here, we were finishing off, obviously working in the cab area. We're starting to get it together, obviously putting in the walls and all the bits and pieces like that, getting some of the grab handles all sorted. And there's a bit of photo etch involved with this particular one as well, right the way through. Obviously doing some weathering, so we've got some oils going in there as well, just to sort of grime it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more used on the inside. Not that I think we'll see much when it's together, but anyway, then we're really just fitting it all out. So we're starting to get some of those extra armour, those little plates on the sides all in place. And then I did a mastercast in photo etch. No, I didn't. I just bent a piece of metal and made a jerry can holder. But anyway, you can see how I do it with a mouse mat and a rolling couple of bits of wire, things like that, to make nice gentle curves and stuff. So yes, there's all of that down in there as well. So if you want to get off and catch up with that one, you can do that up with you right now. And that brings you right up to, if I get me thing, here. And here she is. So I'm a little bit further ahead. On Monday, you'll probably get to around about here. All right, and it's done. So obviously down now, we've actually got the blades all on, or the ripper is now fixed in permanently. We've got this in. This is all a loose fit. This will totally come apart for painting, which is dead handy. But said before, it is all workable, which is quite nice with this. So we've got all of these things. I can still get in the inside, so we can change out the glass and all the rest of it. We've been doing on the front here as well. So we've got these in. These are all workable and stuff like that. But generally, it's great because it works. And you can drive it round and everything. And I must admit, I'm a huge fan of this. I think it's brilliant. I've had so much fun doing this one. And again, it's all down to the engineering. The quality of this kit is absolutely brilliant. And even if you're not an armour guy or anything else like that, you know, you could do the normal version of this without all the armour or the extra armour, just do it with the armoured glass. And it is fantastic. As I say, got the blade to go on and then the actual bits to go on this for the birdcage armour. And then that's literally about it. It's really very, very nice kit. So hopefully by next week we'll be into paint with this one. Then we're going to go into full weathering. We're going to put it on a diorama base, so forth and so on with this. But yes, I have been having a lot of fun, as you can probably tell. I say I haven't had as much fun since I did probably the Tamiya motorized World War One tank, because again, it's similar type of way that it goes with. Obviously this one hasn't got a motor, the other's got a motor, so you can drive around your desk in that. It's just because it's workable tracks and it's all things like that, it just makes it a joy to build and go together. So I just have been having a lot of fun with this one as it goes through. So yeah, if you are enjoying it, let us know and we'll do some more work like this as well. Other things we've had in, obviously we have had, let's queue him up, there we go. We've got the review for the Hurricane. Again, if you would have seen my little thing yesterday afternoon when it turned up live and we had a quick skimmy through the box, I was impressed then. Now I've done the review, I'm even more impressed. I think this is one of those kits that I really, really overlooked. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. I don't know what I was expecting, but I definitely wasn't expecting this. So again, it's got a beautifully detailed cockpit going right the way through. So that's very nice indeed. You get photo etch with this one as well. So you've got all your harnesses and bits and pieces just like that. As you can see, it goes together. And then you get a mask set. You actually get a die cut mask set for this kit. So there's the instructions doing the mask set. And that's something I haven't seen in a Hobby Boss kit, and not in 1/48 scale anyway. So if this is a new thing, I think it's amazing because it's great because it's all in one. There you go. There's those harnesses. They look really, really nice in photo etch. So you get those painted. Yes, the decals are typical Hobby Boss. They're very thick. But again, they're good solid colour, so you're not going to have a problem with those. And you've got some nice options there. We've got a Czech one, we've got 2 Polish, and obviously we've got an RAF one as well. And again, very, very nice. There's those die-cut masks. Again, you can't really see them, but they are die-cut in there as well, so you haven't got to cut them out. Clear part for the instrument panel is very nice, but as you can see, the surface detail is great on this as well. You know, you've got that nice mixture of obviously the actual fasteners as well as the riveting on this one. We've got the stressed fabric running over the runners and that, so it is very nice. We've got internal details down in here as well as obviously a full cockpit as well. Riveting detail right the way over this looks beautiful. As you can see, very, very nicely done as well. The little inserts as well, very nice, very finely done as well. So hopefully we get a little bit of aftermarket guns come along with this one. The only downsides are, 2 downsides to this kit. Here's number 1, rubber tyres. When did anyone ever think they were a good idea? But anyway, they're back for whatever reason. But generally you can see very nice crisp details right the way through. Number 2 is on the inside of the, obviously the gun areas, the actual insides of the little doors massive ejector pins, and for some reason they think you need 6 to get that little part out. But again, it just seems a little bit, if you're going to do it and do the attention to detail, the wheel wells don't have any and nowhere other part has them, but for some reason the inside of the doors haven't. Okay, you're probably going to display it with them face down anyway, so you're not going to see it, but it would have been nice if they didn't have huge great ejector pins in all of those, because generally the kit is very, very nice. Clear parts, as always, are absolutely gorgeous on this kit, and I think really for 35 quid it's an absolute bargain. I think it's one of those ones where, you know, at the end of the day, you've got it all in one box. You've got some nice marking options in there. That's not kid around. Some really nice ones there. And obviously, you know, a bit of photo etch, mask set for it. Happy days, isn't it? And it's 35 quid. And with the price of kits as they are at the moment, I don't think that's too bad at all for something straight out of the box like that. You're going to end up with something very, very nice. Hopefully, and looking at the sprue breakdowns and all the rest of it, there is going to be other versions of this. So hopefully we're going to get Mark IIs, we'll get Mark IIs, you know, A, B and C versions, and then obviously hopefully we'll get C versions and a trop. Trust me, they're all there. It's going to be quite straightforward for him to just change out one sprue to do all the different versions for it. So I'm really excited for this kit. As I say, it's been a long time since I've done a Mark 1. The last time I did it was the old Airfix one, which was probably around about 2015. So yeah, some years ago from that one, but that actually looks very, very nice. You can see how things have moved on with it. So anyway, if you do want to grab one, obviously PM Store has got them as well. Speaking of which, if we just pop over to the PM Store, a couple of bits and pieces come in here. So say into the new arrivals. I've lost my mouse. There's my mouse. Sorry, it's sped up. There we go. There's your Hurricane. Say 35 quid down in there. We've got that Sabre tractor we were talking about obviously on the Wednesday show, and the Vespid stuff. We've got 2 new Gecko releases as well. We've got the trucks and the ambulance as well. So we've got the late war one as well down in there. Obviously we've got the Ruffs in now. We've got a few of those Tomcats left over as well from when we had them up on a special. That's the one with all the goodies into it. And obviously we've got all the Apaches now. We've got the Ds, the Es, and obviously the Es of the world as well. So if you do want to grab any of those ones, they are up there as well as everything else. Plus the fact, as you know, if you're probably watching on Wednesday, we have had a thing all about, you know, restocks and various tools and bits we've had in as well. And then obviously last up, the books. So obviously we've got the books pieces down here. Some of these are out of stock. Obviously they're all back in stock now. And just to mention, we did have a pre-order running. Follow me. There we go. With these books. So these ones here are the Duke Hawkins books by HMH Publications. So again, we've got a pre-order running up on the forum at the moment, members, for these books. If you haven't seen one, you would have seen this one. I did the Jaguar build, because this is the one I used for the Jaguar build. Great reference books. They're not massively expensive compared to some out there. And you've got all the photos and details that you could ever want as well. So some really nice stuff down in these books. As I say, we've got the pre-order running up as well, members, on the forum. Go and have a look, put your name down, because we want to put the order in on Monday. So again, with the Rubicon one and these ones, we want to get these in on order on Monday. So if you do want to grab those, obviously get your name down for them now, and then obviously you'll get them at a slightly discounted price as well. So good to go with those ones. And that is about it for this week. So it doesn't stop there though, technically, because we're going to be back with you tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning for another live show where I promise I'll have something to build. So I am going to grab something out and get something together, and we can build along with it. And then obviously as we do the live shows, we will be doing those. And as we spoke about before, if you were watching, we're going to do full builds and various things on some, you know, things like the Tempest base. So we want to do that one. I've got to finish off obviously the lovely yellow and orangey red for the CL214 as well. Sorry, 215. So we've got to get that one done as well. So obviously we'll be doing something with that. Plus the fact we spoke about, I've got that 24 scale Harrier. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that on the live stuff as well, purely because it's a huge, big project. Big thank you to everybody who's been in contact with me about that. I'll be in contact with you shortly, some of you, about various things that you've come up with on that as well. So if you do know anybody who's got the 24 scale FA2 conversion for the Sea Harrier, if you could let me know, because I'm after one. And it'd be handy to get it. If not, I'll just do it as the FRS one. It's just that so far, no one seems to have one. Anyway, that is it from me. As always on a Friday, I'm going to leave you with great work from the gallery. So until tomorrow, 10 o'clock, bright and early, happy modelling. Take care.
I was not ready to falling like I'm wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing. Keep your words words naked. You got me blushing, and you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow in immortality. I can see you and me free in immortality. I can see you and me free. You left me crying and running through a ghost town, alone and stranded. Why leave me hoping and guessing for the answer?